All right, welcome. We've got Joseph Petrillio, president of Petrillio Protection Group. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us today. All right, we're
Oh,
going to
yeah,
be
thanks for, absolutely. Nice to
talking
meet you.
about Nick, good old Nick. He's been such an impactful coach and mentor to so many people, and can't wait to hear your story. How did you meet Nick?
Yeah, well, the first time I met Nick, he actually spoke at one of the agencies I used to do business with. It was a panel of five influential advisors. Three of them, really didn't blow me away. The other two did, and one of them was Nick Palumbo.
Perfect. And he coached you over roughly, I think you mentioned, over a couple of 2-3 year period. This is 6-7 years ago, right? I think we did a little.
Yeah. So if you want me to elaborate more on that, I heard Nick speak. His language was unbelievable. He was positive. He really spoke from the heart, and you really don't see that a lot in finance because most of it is sales. It's like, what have you done for me lately? Okay. So then I wound up reaching out. I actually wound up reading one of his books, You Have Infinite Power. I wound up joining one of his seminars. I drove to, I think it was New York State or New York City. Again, I listened to a variety of different speakers, and I decided Nick made an offer that he was looking to coach about maybe a handful of people. I wanted to be one of them, and I hired him pretty much on the spot.
Yeah, and the rest is history. So what was the before and after? If we could summarize this, in a nutshell, let's at least on the production level, and then we get into the other areas of your life that he impacted you with. So before you met Nick, you were doing roughly how much take home?
Okay, well, in gross revenue, take home. Now, before I met Nick, I was always a pretty good producer. Okay, just from raw talent and hard work. My team was probably doing, which generated to me, I was probably doing maybe 600,000-700,000. Okay.
Okay.
Take home. That was probably 7-8 years ago. And going through coaching, what he really helped me with from the business standpoint, he helped me in a lot of many other ways. But if you're asking me about business and production, he really helped me get down a process. Okay. Where every time I would speak to clients, it'd be something different. I would kind of shoot from the hip a lot of times. I would always try to pigeonhole people into a product, which obviously was the right thing. But what he really helped me understand is educating people on how the process on how money works. Okay. And by going through his process, not only did he help me with production and business, but personally as well. Because when you have a strong personal mindset and you're feeling good, everything else is easy. So then over the last 6 or 7 years, probably 3 years in, I probably doubled that production. And now I'm probably doing triple what I did from about 7-8 years ago.
Amazing. And, what other areas, did he impact your life with, in not just the business side? You mentioned personal. And what was it about him that really helped you in those areas?
And you know what I also got to say is, he really helped me balance out my 4 cores, right? I used to put money in business first. Okay. Now I actually put it fourth. Okay. Number one is I put my spirituality. Okay. Not to get all religious. I'm not like a super religious guy, but I did read the Bible from start to finish. And I got a lot of value. It really helped me understand what my purpose is in life from my higher power. Okay. And I've really eliminated all anxieties after I read that. It's unbelievable. Okay. I do speak to Nick on a spiritual basis. We have a lot of the same values. What he says resonates with me. Then on the second part is health and vitality. I was always a pretty good athlete a long time ago. I'm always into working out, building muscle. Okay, trying to still remain athletic, not just for my physical stature, but for my mental stature. Number 3, he really helped me with relationships, right? How to just be the hunted. Okay, why everybody wants to be around me or be near me. Okay, and it's not just with your clients. Okay, it's with my friends, my relatives. Okay, my cousins, my wife, my daughter. Okay, I was the type of guy that really didn't really like being in a relationship. I was very selfish. Okay. I found a great person. We got married about 5 years ago. Yeah, we had some ups and downs. Nick has been also great with helping me through all that. And yeah, life is really, really good. And then the fourth thing that he helped me with is pretty much what a lot of people are probably interested in, is how to really develop this business as not just as an individual financial planner or a financial coach or a wealth advisor, whatever you want to call me, but also as an entrepreneur. Okay, is I'm able to also pivot and piggyback off of a lot of my revenue into other areas. You know, not all of them work out, but a good portion of them have. And I'm becoming a well-rounded, not just a financial planner, also more of an entrepreneur.
Oh, interesting. Terrific. So, what advice, I guess, would you give to people who are, thinking about, joining Nick's, Eagle Performance Academy or whatever? What were some of your concerns, I guess, before you joined and got coaching from Nick, and what would you say to folks?
Well, there's a lot of so-called stuff out there, right? And a lot of it doesn't work. Okay. What I did is I could really relate. You got to find someone that you can relate to, that has the same values, that grew up the same way, that is into the same things, that has the same. So that's why I really gravitated toward Nick, because I can see myself. He's not that much older than me, but I wouldn't say he's old enough to be my father, but maybe like an older brother. I could really relate to everything that he's done. But if you're going to do something, because there's a lot of guys and gals that do coaching that fail. Okay. But one thing about me is I'm very compulsive. I'm obsessive in certain things, but I put out 110%. He told me to do something, I did it. He told me to read something, I read it. He told me to say something, I didn't question it. I just did it. And now it's in my subconscious mind. And yeah, so that my advice, it's not just like, okay, you're going to pay this money, you're going to have instant success. Yeah, you got to put the work in.
Yep.
Okay. It's not hard. Okay, but you definitely got to put the work in, and you'll get everything you want out of life. And that definitely happened for me.
Terrific. Well, thank you for sharing that, Joseph, and wishing you all the very best, and hope to have you as a guest speaker one day at one of our events.
Sure.
All right, terrific. Thanks again.
Yep, that's it. All right, great.
All right, cheers.